Hey, friends, you're listening to Why This, a podcast where a couple of food scientists learn why people love the things they love. Today's topic, secret menus. Welcome to Why This, as always brought to you by DraughtLab. DraughtLab helps food and beverage producers improve the taste and quality of their products with best-in-class sensory software, tools, and training. Visit DraughtLab.com to learn more or reach out to us on social media if you're interested in becoming a better taster. I'm your host, Lindsay Barr, with my co-host, Matt Conyer. And I know that we're talking about secret menus today, but that is the only thing that I know. And I guess it's kind of appropriate for the topic, but I literally know nothing else. So Matt, can you fill me in?
It's all a secret, right? So instead of having an expert on like we usually do, I wanted to try something a little bit different and get someone on that really does not know anything about our topic, get them to try it and kind of see how they react to it, right? Not too much different from what we do on focus groups and on panels. We get them to try new products. We're going to do the same thing. But in this case, I decided to get our coworker, Brooke. We set her out on a mission to try some secret menu items at local fast food restaurants. And before we bring her on, let's just go and check out how her first attempt went.
Hi, my name's Brooke, and I'm a sensory scientist at DraughtLab, and today we're going to try some secret menu items. Come along!
Okay.
Hi, could I please get the barnyard burger?
What burger was that? I'm so sorry.
The barnyard burger?
The music. Your face, Brooke.
Thank you.
I love that she's just like, didn't even respond to you.
Thank you so much.
Just whatever.
Now you know. Thanks.
She's like, I hate you.
Barnyard burger is a beef patty, a chicken patty, bacon. Oh, I think they forgot the bacon.
They forgot the
Well,
bacon.
there's
think
a
it's
lot
on
of
the
meat.
bottom.
I think there might be some on the bottom. You know what?
It's really good.
She loves it.
I
You're like
got
really
7 out of
into
10.
it.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
So do you now order the barnyard burger every time you go to that restaurant?
I've thought about it, yes.
You just
I
don't.
haven't been back yet.
Yeah, you just don't want to make the person in the window upset again.
Yeah, I don't want them to start recognizing me.
Yeah. Oh, there's barnyard burger girl.
She's back. Oh, no.
She's back. This was so funny, and it looked like you were into it. It looked like you got a lot of pleasure from the burger that you ate,
Yes.
and that the adventure was something worthwhile. How did Matt like get you in, put you up to this?
You know, Matt didn't really have to do much to convince me to do this.
This is all your idea.
I think subconsciously, I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of fast food. It's horrible for you, I know, but I just love all the different like concoctions that fast food restaurants come up with. So when he came to me with this idea, I was like, yep, sign me up. No convincing was needed.
It's like your justification to go eat fast
Yes.
food. You're like, it's work. It's for work.
Like, I'm working. I'm on the clock.
Yeah, I was going to call you out that it was not hard to convince you to do this, but we had a couple of stipulations kind of going into this just to make sure it was an authentic experience. And so one of them is what I'm kind of curious about, because I got to think that the moment that you say it and you don't get anything back, you're going to want to try to explain yourself or do
Yeah.
like, so kind of what was that experience like kind of saying that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of awkward silences
Yeah.
during these orderings. And I was prepared. I was like, you know what? These people probably won't know what I'm talking about at first. So I was prepared to like list out the ingredients for them and have them like make it for me. But everyone was really great and funny, honestly, to interact with in the drive-through. Once they like understood what it was good.
Yeah, I like that you just doubled down. It's like when you don't hear somebody say something and you just say the same thing, but just a little bit louder, and they're like they still like don't understand. You just did that. You're like, no, it's the barnyard burger.
Just
Like,
Google it.
I think in one of the other ones, you actually go through and you re-enunciate the whole thing one more time just to make it like extra clear what you're
Yep,
talking
yep.
about.
I'm like, oh, they must not hear me. It's not what I'm ordering. It's that they can't hear me
Let me
well.
remove my accent and just put
Yeah,
it out in yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
exactly.
But it worked. Yeah. So what was your success rate every time you got the thing that you ordered or
2 out of 3 successes. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
the last one was unsuccessful, unfortunately, but
Okay.
I still got the ingredients and made it for myself at home. So
You still wanted the thing.
yeah. I was like, well, I can do this myself, so I guess I'll just order them separately.
That's great. So let's actually, should we check out number 2, the second attempt that you had, and we'll see how that one went.
Hi, could I please get the meat mountain?
The
Could
music.
I please get the meat mountain?
The meat mountain.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
First person to take a while actually to order that.
Wow. I had to call it back up.
They had to call it back up.
It's time to conquer Meat Mountain, everybody. Every type of meat between 2 buns.
Oh God.
There is roast beef, brisket, bacon, cheese, chicken fingers, ham,
You're
chicken patty,
still talking about
turkey,
what's in the
all
burger.
between 2 buns.
Like half
gonna
of this
regret
video
this.
is just you describing all of the meat that's in the mountain of meat.
Oh my. That's a lot of meat. I'm gonna give that like a 4.5 to a 5 out of 10. You have to really love processed meats
Yeah.
to love this sandwich.
You have to
I don't know
really
if I'm
be a
that type of
processed
person.
meat connoisseur to enjoy that one. Wow. So that was that was you conquered Meat Mountain. That was
I
really
did.
funny. It was like it was huge. It was
Mhm.
you couldn't hold it with
No,
you
no.
could barely hold it with your hands.
It was heavy. Like it was heavy.
My favorite part of that is there is the awkward moment, and then the drive-through person
Mhm.
gets it, and then the two of you are on this journey together.
Yeah.
Meat
Yeah, you're doing it together.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast friends after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We-
Yeah, he must have been there for a while because he was like going back through. He's like, "Whoa, it's been a while since I've heard that
Yeah,
one."
yeah, they were
Um,
excited about it.
but you didn't let them watch you take a bite.
I didn't. They didn't ask either, which I'm kind of glad they didn't. But no, we drove off to a secret corner of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So all in all, these 3 things that you had, and you eat fast food, you're familiar with it, you get it. Like, how were these menu items compared to other things? Were they better, good? What was it?
So, yeah, the barnyard burger was great. I would order that on a regular. And I think it had a lot to do with there was like mayonnaise and ketchup on it, and all the textures were there. Meat Mountain, I don't think I'd ever order again in my whole life.
Do you think the exclusivity of the products enhanced your experience? Like, if it was an on-menu item, would you have cared so much about it?
That's a great question. I think the exclusivity of it is a huge part of why people do it. You know, it makes it fun. It's like you don't know if they're going to say yes or no, type thing. So, yeah, I think that really enhanced it. I don't think like Meat Mountain would do well as a regular menu item.
Does it?
Bodybuilders only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they cost a lot more? Like, how do you even know what it costs?
Okay. So Meat Mountain was $20.
What?
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I know.
my
And they
God.
I hope we
warned me.
reimbursed you for that.
Yeah.
You did. Don't worry. It was kind of a bummer because Luke missed filming that part. But they were like, just so you know, this is $20. Do you still want to buy it? And I was like, yes. No
Yes.
question.
Yeah. So, how did you feel kind of rolling up to the menu and knowing you were about to be a little mischievous? Were you nervous about it?
Yeah, I was nervous. I was like, these people are gonna think I'm not okay. Like,
Yeah.
What if they don't have any idea what I'm talking about and I have to like
Mm.
explain myself? Oh God.
Were you strategic about what time you went? Like, did you go at a downtime?
I went around dinner time, which
Mm.
was fine for certain ones, and other ones we were in line for a very long time.
So that's Lindsay, you bring up a good point. So you mentioned in your prep, you knew you're going to explain to them what was supposed to be on it, what time you go. So are all of these things to try to avoid as much embarrassment as possible before you get up there? Is that like a big driving factor?
Yeah, I like to be as prepared as possible in situations,
Mhm.
especially unknown situations.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely took into account of like, I don't want to look like a fool.
So also in the preparation, I mean, you kind of knew what these things were. So, we did a little research online and took a lot out of it. What would you say is the commonality amongst a lot of these food items? Because I don't think there's a secret salad out there anywhere that I'm
There's
familiar with,
not.
right?
No. Meat is the uniter of all of these secret menu items. It's just like all of the meat put on things, different combinations of meat. There's like one where it's like a fish fillet. It's called the land, sea, and air burger. It's fish fillet, chicken patty, and a burger patty. So it's just like different combinations of meat that you might not think of putting together.
And then the other one is desserts where you're kind of jamming together again other ingredients that just happen to be back there.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
So were you finally just with the ice cream, were you finally just like, "Okay, give me an apple pie and an ice cream?"
That's
Like,
exactly what I said. They were like, "We can't do that." And I said, "Okay, can I just have this and this?" And they're like, "Sure."
fine.
Fine.
So to kind of sum this up, we asked you to come up with 3 different reasons why secret menus are something that people are into. So now that you've gone through the process of ordering and indulging in secret menu items, what are kind of your top 3 reasons why people are into this?
Yeah. So my first one is, it gives you the chance to try different flavor combinations that you wouldn't think of normally. And we kind of talked about that. Like, I wouldn't think of putting a burger patty and a chicken patty together, but it was really good and I'm going to do it again. The next one is probably just like knowing that you're ordering something that other people don't know about. So that
Mhm.
exclusivity thing that we talked about, that's a big
Yeah.
one. I think people really like to be like in on like secret things and
Mhm.
being the only one to try something. And just the process of ordering was really enjoyable. Like the people that I was interacting with, it was funny. You could tell it kind of made their day. Like they enjoyed interacting. Like usually when you're going through a drive-through for fast food, you're not really like talking to that person.
Yeah.
And this kind of gave you like more of an interaction with them, which I thought was really cool and fun. So
That's a great point. It was
yeah,
such better engagement with
yeah,
with the restaurant back and forth,
hmm
and that, as we've seen in all the stuff that we do, that makes a big difference on
yeah,
people's enjoyment in products, right?
totally, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any excuse to like make a connection and have a shared experience. Yeah, and like back when I worked in restaurants, this is a common thing to like mash things together. Like you grab a patty and you grab, a different sauce that would maybe go on a steak, but you put it on a burger instead. And it was almost kind of like a nod to say, I know the menu really well and I know exactly what I like, and I'm going to piecemeal this all together. So, like, the veteran servers always kind of had our own thing that like we wanted to be a menu item, but it wasn't a menu item. Did you ever do that in your serving days? Did you used to serve?
No, I bussed tables. I was too
Mhm.
shy to serve food when I was younger. Too shy, too awkward. One time I spilt salsa on a customer, and that was the end of it for me. I
That
cried.
was your end of food service. Matt, is this something you do?
Well, yeah. So you mentioned it, and I worked back of the house, so in the kitchen. So we would not make a whole meal. You would
Mm,
basically know what the best ingredients were. You would cook yourself something on the side, and it was never what was on the menu. And
right.
so other people would figure it out, and it became like a whole
Yeah.
thing. So, but Brooke, I got to say, how far you've come. from being a shy, not wanting to be a server to being a
Yeah, right?
secret menu item
Yeah.
person. You were a great sport for this. Thank you for
Yeah.
for doing it.
16-year-old Brooke would be really proud of herself.
This is it. You've made it.
Conquering. I have made it. I've peaked. I don't know where to go.
Well, then I guess it's a good time to close it out for the day. So thanks for coming on, Brooke. This was fun. I would love to do this again. So maybe Matt will drum up another idea and we'll make this happen again.
Sign me up.
And I'm encouraged to go order something off of a secret menu now. So I'm going to go do some research. All right. Thanks again, Brooke. Why This is produced by the team at DraughtLab, where we help companies demystify consumer experiences through flavor analysis. To learn more, reach out through our website, and of course, like and subscribe. Do all the things you need to do to stay in the conversation. Thanks for being here.